What have you noticed in the area of mobile gaming here at E3 this year?
Mobile gaming has almost no presence at this show. Most of the companies have private meeting rooms. They're just not showing stuff on the floor. Some of the booths had some mobile games in them, and there was a little mobile pavilion, but most of the action was on the console and PC side. However, you're starting to see games that were originally mobile games start to migrate to some of the consoles. So on the Xbox One, there was some games that were very casual type games like fantasy football, NFL, and some other casual games. Plus, you're starting to see some influences spread, like one of the Sony PS4 racing games puts the driver's photos on the cars, which is kind of borrowing. So the industry is sort of morphing together kind of nicely. There's like a sort of a merge of what's going on in casual gaming.
What about casual gaming here? Even Facebook or PC or tablet?
There's a bunch of tablet games, and a lot, as I said, a lot of the console games are now tying into identities like Facebook, which is interesting. So I think Sony showed some games tied to actual identities and social networks, which was kind of a surprise. Yep, pretty good.
Did you get a look at both new console hardware?
Yeah, I did, and obviously, I think Sony pulled a coup here. They announced the day after Microsoft did. They came in at $100 less bad PR, less fubs in the press, and the PlayStation 4 controller is very nice. It has a touch screen on it, a sort of touch tab pad on it, which is nice. Games are excellent. Xbox One games are nice also, but I think Sony, in terms of this conference, this show, Sony won. They really came through in a big way. They looked really good.
How well do you think the price will sell those new platforms? Because they're a bit pricey.
Yeah, but Sony's $100 less, and I was actually thinking, gee, I don't have a Blu-ray player. I could consider buying a PS4 just for the Blu-ray player, having some swell games and having Netflix and all that. The Xbox One is $100 more. It's a little too much. $499 is a little too much. $399 is a little bit more affordable.
What about, you see anything in the area of casino or card gaming?
I saw very little of it. It's surprising because it's so big. I think there's opportunity there big time, and I think what you'll see is, particularly in Europe, some of the card games will move and casino games will move from the handhelds and the tablets to the consoles. Yeah, I think you'll see that. It makes a lot of sense for a poker game or for slots to be on these devices. I think that's going to be great. I think that's going to happen.
Would you see real money gaming coming to the consoles?
In Europe, yeah. I think in Europe, there's some countries where that's not that hard to do. In the United States, it's going to be very much state by state and very regulated, and it will be very hard for companies to go into that market. But in Europe, it's a lot more open. There's some really good partners and good systems to basically do real money gaming in the UK, for example. Excellent stuff. Can't say more. Let's just leave it at that.